Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brevort and today we're playing on my 2020 Minecraft world from the midst of the lockdown, and we've actually downgraded our game to the 20W51A snapshot of Minecraft in order to check this world out. So this world is the first world I played in once I started getting back into Minecraft after several years of not playing. I played a little bit in 2019 when the Village and Pillage update came out, but I didn't play very much, and this was me really learning how everything worked. We are going to be playing with the closest experience I can to what I played in as this. I had to turn my render distance down to 8 chunks. I'm on a different computer. I'd love to have used my other computer, but the microphone wasn't really working on that computer. And then also the video files were corrupting for some reason, so when I was trying to record. So this isn't my first time checking this out recently. I did go through it, recorded like 48 minutes, and it was like, oh, it like didn't record right. Okay, so, so yeah, we're gonna check this world out. So first things first, we're gonna head to spawn, and like I said, I'm gonna be playing this in peaceful just because that's how I played it at the time. Uh, for the most part, there were times when I'd go off peaceful, like for the Wither fight and stuff like that. Um, in fact, I actually think the Wither, when I fought the Wither, it was over that way. Let's turn that down. So yeah, spawn is right around here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. But yeah, so first thing I did was I chopped down a tree and I went over here, up this hill, and I came out and I think I fell right into a cave, which was right here, and I was like, oh, there's a cave here. So I went in and I made it my home. And I know there's a joke there somewhere, but I forgot what it was. It was 2 years ago, and I'm like, I'd always make that joke whenever I'd tell people about how I made this my home. It was a certain joke, and it was really bad, but I don't remember it, and I'd love to say it because um if you're new to the channel, we make a lot of really bad jokes. So yeah. So I had chests here. Okay, we're gonna have to turn some things down. I don't know why my settings are so bad, but actually, let's just sleep away the thunderstorm. All my achievements got reset because I changed my username, so it's gonna be a little weird, but it is what it is. I almost never slept because of the fact that I played on peaceful, so it didn't matter. And um, also, the reason why our render distance is so ridiculously low is because I was playing on 20 yesterday and it was fine. But now that I'm trying to record, I was playing on 12 and I was getting 9 frames per second. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to turn it down to 8, and that's, at least this is playable. So I'd love to play on 20, but for some reason, this computer doesn't really like that. So at least while I'm recording. So yeah. So I'll show around. So we got here. We had this set up. I think there was a automatic smelting thing here, which is why this hopper's here, and I took that out. We have some stuff that I had smelted over time because zombie flesh is something you smelt, apparently. Right over here was the first geode I ever found in, well, actually, I think in Minecraft at all. So I was like, whoa, what is this? Is this new? Like, what is this? I knew it had to have been new because I was like, I've never seen this before. So this was just added when I had played this. So I was very happy to find it. As you can see, I cleared it out a lot. Not quite to the maximum, but basically, I wanted to get it so I could get the crystals, and those take a really long time to break with your hand. Okay. I wanted to get a lot of crystals because I thought these are so cool because they're purple, and that's my favorite color. And come to find out, they don't really look good in a lot of builds. So, yeah, I think the calcite is the real treasure of this now. So, yeah, but yeah, I never made anything automatic with that. So yeah, we got the enchanting room. For some reason, I guess it makes sense because I played on peaceful, so I didn't really need it. I didn't really wear armor other than boots, so that's how we're gonna be playing. I'm actually just gonna put this away too because I don't really need it. Um, I had, well, let's actually check out what I have on my armor. I have 4 enchantments on my armor. We don't have thorns. We don't even have depth strider, so I'm kind of surprised about that. We don't have soul speed, so we're missing 3 enchantments. We got uh, pretty much everything on that. No thorns, but I mean, like, at the time, same thing there. Obviously, there's no swift sneak at the time of this. We got some decent stuff on here. We're missing thorns and something else. Maybe not. Maybe there's only 6. Is there only 6 normally on helmets? I don't actually know. I thought there was 7. Maybe not. We had an extra Elytra as well. Extra stuff in here. We have some unenchanted diamond stuff. I'm assuming some of this is probably from like an end city or something. Oh yeah, definitely. That's the if you see like stuff like this where it's like fully enchanted and then you have curse of binding on it or curse of vanishing, it's probably from an end city. Because end cities have this thing where they put like curses on almost everything because the game sees curses as being rare. So it's like a really high level enchantment, which is where do you get that stuff in an end city? So it puts like curses on everything, and it's kind of annoying. I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's been changed or not, but I know at least at the time of recording or at the time of when I was playing this, that was the case. And I don't know if that was ever in Bedrock Edition. I just know in Java, like you'd get curses on almost everything in end cities. This is our first set of organized storage. These are definitely tools. Yep, obsidian. Best tool in the game is obsidian here. We have stone. Yep, soul soil. Best stone type in the game. And ores. Cooked chicken. Yep, best ore in the game. I love mining myself some cooked chicken ore. And then we have armor. Blue orchid armor. Yep, I'm gonna put that on right now. Yeah, let's do that. Oh wait, I can't. How come I can't do that? Huh? I wonder. And minecart stuff. Cooked chicken. I love riding cooked chicken as a minecart. Um, yeah, that's a really good way to get from place to place is riding some cooked chicken. So yeah, basically my point in all of that is I wasn't very organized. Uh, and you can see here too, just like random garbage. It's like I could have smelted this down, but no, I just threw it in a chest. So yeah, not nothing like I am now, right? No, we're horribly organized now too. This is a little bit better. We have ice in here for some reason, um, but yeah. So this heads down into an abandoned mine shaft. Um, we got a few things in here. We have the slime farm, and I'm not sure exactly why I made it 2 chunks. I think I made it in the wrong chunk, so I had to move it, if I remember right. That might have been in a different world. So that was why there was 2 chunks. I don't really remember whether this was either that or it was a double slime chunk, but I'm not sure how I would have known it was a double slime chunk. So I'm not sure. But basically, the slimes, they just hop around. They go into one of the water streams. They totally cannot get out of these, right? Because, like, yeah. Um, no, nope. They're permanently in the water streams. No, they definitely could get out. And then we had magma blocks. I had it where they were suffocating at the time, but the items would float up to the top. And I was like, oh. Or they're drowning, I mean. And I was like, oh yeah, items float. So then I used magma blocks, and beneath this, that didn't work. Alright. Beneath this is a... No, this isn't where we want to be. Okay. There's a hopper in here. That's magma blocks. Hopper, so that goes around and picks up the slime, puts it in this chest. It's empty though because I played on peaceful mode. So, um, for the times when I didn't, I would go into a little room about 32 blocks away from here. I think it's up here actually. Um, and I'd lock myself in. Yeah, there it is. I'd lock myself in here and I just wait and let the slime spawn while I was on peaceful, and I just go AFK basically because I didn't want to play on any other difficulty. So, the only time I'd do that was like for that. So, and then we have over here we have a cave spider spawner. This is my one of the main ways I got XP. I never found a good way to push them though, so they were kind of a pain. Um, but basically, and the torches wouldn't be here at the time either. I'm not sure what the water was for. I mean, I assume it was to push them to like a central place. But basically, they're supposed to end up down here, but it was really weird, and I don't think it worked very well. Wow, this is really designed poorly. But and then I'd be out here, and I'd be able to hit them through here without taking damage, and yeah, it was kind of a mess. And there's another cave spider spawner back in here. So yeah, that one would be working, except we're on peaceful, so it's not. And then we got a chest with some random garbage in it. It's like these chests just have like bad stuff. Like there's not even decent stuff in these chests. It's mostly just stone and stuff. Man. Like in my worlds now, it's like at least I have good stuff in my chests that are just like randomly around. Okay, so if we go this way, there is a pumpkin farm. So this was for trading with villagers, I think. Does this not have efficiency 5? It's efficiency 4. Okay. Because I think efficiency 5 lets you insta-mine this. So, you'd pick these up, and then you could trade them with villagers. This is so painful without efficiency 5. But yeah, yeah, that was what that was for. Now, we have a pumpkin farm, but for making jack-o'-lanterns. In my new world, so that's the difference. But that's because I don't want mob spawning. I did actually light things up pretty well. I'm kind of surprised. I don't. Well, oh, there are some spots, but yeah. If we go this way, this takes us back into that like cave thing. So, we have. We went to the enchanting room. Next thing is the storage room. So. We'll go through each of the chests. We have stone. It's actually kind of organized. We have netherrack in here, which I don't think I'd store with stone now. I didn't in my main world. This also fills up really fast, so I wouldn't recommend putting like stone and netherrack in with your other stones. We have dirt, so like all the soil related stuff. We even have terracotta in here, which is kind of interesting. So it's an interesting thought to put that in with your dirt. We have sand, so we had glass in here with that, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense. And gravel. I had so much gravel. I don't know how I got so much gravel. I remember for a while I was really struggling to get gravel in this world. It's more gravel than sand. There's like barely any sand in here. Ores, we had 17 diamond blocks, not too bad. I even stored amethyst blocks in with the ores at the time. Redstone, pretty sad, pretty wimpy chest. You can also notice that we have the old textures for stuff because we're in an older version. So the old ore textures. We have tools, just random stuff. Anything good in here? That's kind of bad, yeah. Not really anything good. What's on this? Oh, I put sharpness and looting on my main sword? Okay. I mean, I guess I played in peaceful, so there's no reason for me to put smite or bane of arthropods for whatever reason. But like, yeah, I apparently had I didn't even have sharpness on my axe. That's interesting. Why would I make a axe and not put efficiency 5 on it? That's interesting. I only okay, this I like my logic here. So I only put efficiency 4 on my shovel because I knew that was the best that you could get. Anything more than that, unless you have mining fatigue, which is like so rare and niche that it's like pointless, and even if you are in an ocean monument, like even if I am in it one, I'm going to be using slime blocks and stuff to like block rooms off and whatnot. So there's no reason to have efficiency 5 on a shovel. Anything more than efficiency like 3 on diamond it's 4, but I think on netherite it's efficiency 3. Is just overkill because the blocks that take longest to break are grass blocks, clay, and gravel, and those insta-mine for sure with efficiency 4 netherite shovel. So in my survival world that I'm playing now, I do have efficiency 5, but that's just because I had an efficiency 4, an efficiency 4, and I wanted the enchantments from each of them, and it just happened to make efficiency 5, so like whatever. If that happens, you're not really wasting anything. So I had my main pickaxe was a netherite pickaxe. It had neither fortune nor silk touch, but I think I realized later that like to have one of each is like the ultimate thing. So I had a fortune one and a silk touch one. This one also just doesn't have mending on it, so maybe that was part of it too. Is because I didn't want to like waste a pickaxe that didn't have mending with it being fortune 3. So so yeah, we had one of each, and then we had a main pickaxe that had neither, so that's kind of interesting. Now I just find it being a waste to have one that has neither. So my main pickaxe has... I don't really have a main pickaxe now. I kind of switch back and forth a lot. I'd say my Silk Touch one is my main one just because I use it to pick up ender chests a lot. Here is our mob loot chest. We have tons of ender pearls. I would farm them. So, yeah. Minecart stuff, not a ton. Wood, some stuff. We have food. Nothing, like, too great. We have a cake in here for whatever reason. Plants. Misc items. Yeah, you can see I was putting netherrack in here too, so I think because I ran out of space in the other one. We even have terracotta in here. Wow, that's full. I don't know why I didn't put it in this chest. Interesting. Yeah, so I did go to End Cities to get shulker boxes and stuff. What's here? Oh, this is, so what I do um, before I make storage rooms, for the last 2 storage rooms I made lists in game of like all the things I want to store. And wow, I didn't even like finish that. I'm just like, get halfway and I'm done. So that was what I did here. I did that in my new world too. Back here we have the smeltery. We have a little crafting station here, and a white block, which I thought was maybe a shulker box, but I don't think I knew to use colored shulker boxes at the time. Although, wait, I think in my ender chest I did see... Yeah, so I knew, but it might have been later on. But this is actually just a diorite block. It just looks weird because it's under the ender chest. It looks very white. I like that. It definitely highlights the ender chest. I like that a lot. Also, how come... Oh, it's the side of the diorite. Okay, I was wondering why it looked like the stone, like, went further over. It looks asymmetrical because of that. But yeah, we have the smeltery room. I love these doors. Hopefully that's not too loud on the video. Let's see. Yeah, it should be fine. It's on 17. So I had here, I have so much green dye, and the reason why is because I made a cactus farm, and if you look, if you watch my XP bar, well, now I have no green dye left to pull out of a furnace, but green dye, smelting it gives you a ton of XP. So I was using that at the time to get. I was literally just getting cactus green just to get the XP that you get with it. Um, and that was why. So that I found was like a really good way to get XP on peaceful mode. Is there anything back here? No. There's grass, but it's not growing for some reason. So we have sheep here, just because. And then back here, actually, I had a room for bees back here, but then like the bees like just glitched out and despawned, and it was just like, meh. So, um, we have some stuff in here. Campfire. We had a thing for putting water and for whatever this was. I think I tried to put flint and steel in this, but then I found out that flint and steel wouldn't light campfires or something, and I was like, lame. um, so yeah, down here we have, that goes to the slime farm. We have some storage back here, lots of cobblestone, lots of netherrack, just some random blocks, tons of ender pearls. Oh my goodness. What's back here? Oh, just nothing. Okay. Yeah, you can see I was trying to get grass to spread throughout here. You can see these like one wide grass things just to get grass around. Um, just because I thought it looked nice, which I think it does. This is before I had Silk Touch, presumably. I tried this out, but it didn't work. So this is a horse thing to test how fast horses are. Which, um, if you go down here, you can see there's the redstone for it. Um, I did it kind of inefficiently, if I remember right. Um, yeah, because there's two clocks, and I'm not sure why. Oh, one was for locking it, and one was for, like, setting the timer, I assume. Actually, no, because this one pushes it off of here. So I don't really know. I don't know why I designed it the way I did, but the one I have in my survival world now is a lot better, and I want to make an even better one now that they've made the changes to horses in the 1.17 update. But basically, you run on the pressure plate, and you go to the end, and there's another pressure plate, and then you just like see how many items are in the hopper. But when I tested it just the other day, it didn't work quite right. So I was like, okay. uh, so yeah. And then, oh, how do we get back to where we were? That's fine. We don't need to. I think we're done with pretty much everything now. There was a potion thing. So if we go this way, over here we had where we would brew potions, and I had a really efficient way of doing it at the time, but like I just don't remember what it was. So like I'd get like two different types of potions. I think I wouldn't brew more potions than I needed or something. I'm not really sure. And over here, oh wait, there's more stuff back there. I didn't realize that. This was, I'm not sure how this worked, but I think, I'm not sure. But I think you'd plant crops and it would like detect it, and then they'd bone meal and then they'd pop off or something, but I'm not exactly sure how it works. Um, and then this is, for some reason I thought this is a good spot for this, even though it should really be going into the enchanting room, but like whatever. um, and I have a clock too, so I can see what time it was. Like I totally couldn't look out the, like if I'm here and I'm looking at the clock, I totally can't look over there and see what, whether it's daylight or not. But yeah, at least you can see like what time of day it is, like not just whether it's day or not. Okay, maybe there's not stuff this way. This did go down to a strip mine, I'm pretty sure. Although I'm not sure how to get to it. So coming out of the cave, we do have a dock that I built for fishing, and then we have a bridge to get over to this island. And this is, I think, the first redstone thing I built in this world. This was pretty cool. I was very happy with this, but I never completely finished it. But basically, what you could do is you'd hit a button, and you'd see dispensed item, pressure plate clicks. You hear my alarm going off for whatever reason. um, I'm up very early, so that's why. Um, but basically, oh, this is annoying. Let's take that off. So this is supposed to pop down, but it never worked, and it has an Among Us reference, which at the time I didn't know was going to become such a great meme, such a wonderful meme that definitely isn't dead. 2 years later, no, it's definitely not a dead meme. But look at that subtitle. But why do we have those on? Let's turn those off. Um, yeah, this basically, it has a 1 minute timer, so you go around and you cut down the trees, and when it's ready, these are the most annoying trees to cut down, is when they branch all over around and stuff, but when it's ready, the light turns on, and what that means is that it's been 1 minute. Has it really been a minute already? Okay, but yeah, so there's an arrow. I think maybe arrows despawn after less than a minute, maybe. Maybe? I'm not sure entirely. But basically the way this worked is it would spit out an arrow and an item. So that would make a 4 minute timer. So the item is 5 minutes minus the length of the arrow, that's 4 minutes. And that gives it so that you have 1 extra minute before the items despawn. So when this light turns on, you can go to the tops of the trees using this thing, which, like, is the most pleasant thing. No, it looks kind of bad. And you could chop down the trees and let them decay and whatnot. And my intended goal was to have these lamps blink, but I found out very quickly that it's a pain in the butt to have redstone underwater, so never really got that working. But this does work, so what'll happen is when the 5 minutes are up, the item will despawn, and this light will start blinking, which causes a tremendous amount of lag for some reason. But basically, where's the item? There it is. And then the arrow despawns and the light stops blinking, just to let you know that the time is up. So, and that's when the items will start despawning. So that's why you want to have that warning. So it's meant to be where these lights would blink, but I never got that functioning. So yeah, and then we add storage underneath here. Yeah. I kind of just put storage wherever, I think. I wanted to have each farm have its own, like, storage thing for it, so I think that's kind of was my goal. We have this pathway, which I think looks pretty good even today, because I used the new tough block in it. I really wanted to use that. I think we could use this design in a newer build. We had a tremendous amount of sugarcane. This was for trading with villagers, and you can see here. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Yeah, I trade with villagers and get tons and tons of emeralds from that. And I think that's how I got mending books at the time. And since I played on peaceful, I couldn't, like, hear them or anything, so I don't think I ever got the zombie doctor achievement. Over here, we have the egg farm. Tons of eggs, tons of chickens. And then over here, I'd use the eggs, and in this world, for whatever reason, whoa. Oh, it's on a timer. Okay, I didn't realize that. For some reason in this world, the luck of eggs was so good that, like, you could take a stack of eggs and get, like, 8 chickens out of it. And it's like, are you serious? This is where I had my nether portal for the first time, but it got moved. Just because I think things are wandering into the nether that I didn't want to. This was the cow farm, but then I stopped using it because like I was in peaceful, so I didn't need food. Um, this is the cactus farm. The cactus grow, and then they pop off. The cacti grow, and then they go into these water streams, and they end up all going to one spot, which is down here. Um, and then we have a hopper. That, holy cow. Okay, there's a lot of cactus in there. And I just cleared that out too, so I'm kind of surprised. That's a pretty decent farm. And that was my main way of getting XP, I think, for a while anyway. So yeah, you go in there, get the cactus out, and yeah. We have this stuff, well, at least these were for the villagers. So, and this is not the, like, actual world. This is a backup, so I could just do whatever. Like, I could throw the stuff away and not have to worry about it. So, yeah, that was what I'd trade with villagers. We have a minecart track, which actually goes right into that geode. Well, right above the geode. So, you could take the minecart. Oh, wow, I never realized how good the minecart texture looks. Wow. You could take the minecart into the village. This is pretty cool. We had bees all over our world, but they kept despawning, and it was really annoying. Or should I say bee spawning? um, so yeah, we kind of stopped with the bees after a while. Um, not anything like my new world. So yeah, this also had a really cool function. So if the minecart got away, and you're sad because you don't have your minecart now, well, the cool thing you could do with it is, I think it's in its spot now, you could call it, I don't think that one works. Let's see. And it would come from the other side, and I think we had the same thing on the other side. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm not sure how I did the redstone to this. Oh, I just broke it. I don't know exactly. Did I have redstone going? Yeah, I had redstone going both directions. I wasn't sure how, because I was like, how did I get it so that the repeaters would be two-way? But I just had it going both ways. Um, so, yeah. So this is a village that I started building. I actually did do a lot of builds. They weren't horrible. I don't mind this. It definitely looks good. I don't really like the black paths so much as I did when I first built this. I thought this is so cool at first. But yeah, we have several houses. This is, I guess, the cartographer's house. But for some reason, I guess I'm not really surprised because just like the randomness of it and whatever. But they would claim beds that like were nowhere near their job sites. So they would like we'd have like a librarian sleeping in a cartographer's house. So if you want to do something like this, I'd recommend you have the sleeping houses and the job site houses like completely separate. Because otherwise you just get where there is a stone cutter and you get the butcher. Oh, okay, that actually is the right guy. But a lot of times you'll get like the wrong guy in the wrong house. So there's no one in this house. I think they couldn't find that bed was the problem with that. Like it wasn't counting as part of the village for some reason. And then there's more villagers that I didn't get to. As you can see, I never got to build their houses. But I wanted like one of each type of villager, which I'm pretty sure I did get. But then they would. There were certain villagers that I wanted like more of, like librarians. So We also had an iron golem grinder, so you'd take like a lead and you'd put them onto here, and then you open up the thing, and they drop into I think magma blocks. Yeah. Um, and then underneath, this is how you get down there. This is a library I tried building, but I didn't really have the space to do it, so it kind of didn't work so well. Underneath, you could go down. What the heck? Why are you down here? Um, you get the iron out, which I clearly have been doing because there's none in there. And then there's a daylight sensor. This is goes to right outside the village. Can I get in there? Probably not. Okay. I was gonna see if I could get out through there, but I guess not. Um, and you can see there's some of the redstone for it. I did a lot of redstone stuff, like even small redstone stuff. It was really fun. Um, but yeah, the daylight sensor thing is right there. Why I didn't use green glass, I don't know. It would have fit so much better with this. I could even put a green carpet over this. And like the green, I had so much green dye, so why didn't I use that? Oh, and that stuff over there, by the way, I think I was testing out how the different glazed terracotta looked and like seeing which ones I liked and which ones I didn't. I'm not entirely sure what all that is or what this is. I think I just wanted a good way to get cocoa, and I could just like go to the top and just do this is my guess, because that's a decent way to do that. I don't know. I'm not sure why I did that. So I don't remember doing that at all. So I was like, what the heck is that when I logged in? Um, so yeah, the story behind this world is oh, and I even put a salmon in the little pool here. But the story behind this world is that my world, or my computer fried, so I wasn't able to play on this world anymore, and I just got it recovered, so I was pretty happy about it. Um, More bee stuff, and again, the bees despawned. Serious problems with bees. I don't know why. I hope it's fixed now. I haven't tried anything with bees since they despawn in my newest world, the one that we play on camera. But there's like no bees left in my world within like 500 blocks of my base, so it's just like, where am I even supposed to get bees? I grew some double tall trees and just never chopped them down, I guess, but this is my way of. Whoops, hit a wrong key there. This is my way of getting wood without having to worry about. Oh, I messed it up. But, without having to worry about the entire ground turning to podzol, because I didn't want that. Have some of the desert lit up, but not a ton, because there's really no reason to, being that we were in peaceful mode. Oh, and this is a kelp farm. I don't know why. I don't know what the point of it was. I think that's everything in that area. Um, Moving on, we have the lighthouse. This is one of the first builds I built in this world. So even before the village, before anything like that, this was built, as you could probably tell by the earlier block types. So it's built out of stone, nether brick, sandstone, and well, concrete and terracotta. So, and then there's a bunch of glowstone, which took a long time to get the amount of glowstone for. I want to copy this design, and there's a chicken up here, because I'd throw eggs, and I'd probably had one egg on me at the time, and it probably hatched. It definitely hatched, because there's a chicken up here. And then I just threw the eggs down from here as time went on. So yeah, this is, I think, a really cool lighthouse. I died once. My first death was from falling. I'm pretty sure. Either that or it was from ender pearl. I don't think it was from ender pearling, because I don't think I had ender pearls that abundantly at the time. But but yeah, this is a lot of fun to build. Uh, I put a lot of time into it. It was because when I'd go out on the waters, I would always get lost and I wouldn't be able to find my base. So I built this thinking that it would help. When it turns out, with the render distance I was playing on at the time, I don't know what the render distance was, but I remember. So this is like a beacon to find my way back, right? But with the render distance I had, it wasn't very useful. So yeah. So over here, I set up some chorus fruit or chorus plants. I don't know why or what my plan was with that. We have some potion brewing stuff over here. I pre-brewed awkward potions, which is smart. I don't do that now. I probably should. That'd be a really good idea. It's weird how you like get these ideas and then you start a new world and you just totally never use them again, even though they're really good ideas. Like pre-brewing awkward potions. But yeah, this is the lighthouse design I want to use on my outposts, two of them. So moving on, we have the castle. This is what I started building and never got too far on. But I think it was the blackstone was really hard to get. Oh my gosh, it even snowed in here. But yeah, I built this and I think it looks really good. I loved the blackstone. I still love blackstone texture. It's a lot rougher than deep slate, so maybe if I did this today, I'd use deep slate. But this was before deep slate was added, so. And I even have a conduit here, so when I was building underwater, I wouldn't drown, I think is what the conduit does, and speeds up your mining speed. If I remember right. Yeah, it looks like it gives you water breathing. Yeah, because I don't think I used my helmet at the time. So, yeah. And I use dark oak here, dark prismarine, a lot of dark blocks. Very, very nice color palette, I think. We had some thingies you could climb up. I don't know what these are called, but one on each side, and you could go up here to these. Oh, I can't think of what they're called. It seems like it starts with a T, but I can't think of what they are. Oh, okay. You can sneak off slabs in this version. I remember in this version too, you would stick your face underwater for 2 seconds and the music would start playing, and it's like, really? So I got really sick of that. I remember that. I played with music on a lot because I wasn't recording. Oh my goodness, look at the golden carrots. Finally some goodies, actually. This is some decent stuff. Wow. Um, like, a lot of dark prismarine. And I don't believe, at the time, I don't believe I had any form of guardian farm. And you can see I was trying to put a dome over the top of this. We had snow building up on top, which actually, even now, I didn't even know could land on glass. Then we have wow, this looks good. I love that. Wow. The brown and the dark red look so good together. Wow. Yeah, and the stone brick looks really good with all of this, I think. So, and I even planned this out. I was looking at actual castle designs to like figure out where I wanted everything, and I think I wanted like villagers in this, like not like a full village thing like that over there, but I wanted something smaller and a little bit more organized than that village, I think. So, yeah, I think that's about everything in this area. Oh my gosh. I have so much sugarcane. If we head over here, this is where I would mine out sand, or at least one of the places. I didn't really mine out a lot, though. And I mined out the sandstone, too, at the time. Yeah, we have sandstone here. We have sand here. Glass, which you make from the sand. For some reason, I thought it was this great idea to make it, like, impossible to get up ladders. I don't know why. And then also my portal's just, like, randomly up here. I have no idea why I thought it was a good idea to put the portal in the sky. Like, what was the point of this? So, this is one of the portals. The other one is in the lighthouse. So, where that portal is, I'm not entirely sure. Was it this one? I think it was this one. So, yeah. I think this one went to the lighthouse, if I remember right. Yeah. So, the only way to this was you'd have to go up, climb up, and then drop down onto this platform, and then go through it. And this was before I had feather falling, so it'd always be like 1 to 2 hearts of damage every single time, which is kind of annoying. Over that way, it takes you to the stronghold or to the Nether Fortress, which is nothing special, so I'm not going to show it. And this way goes to the stronghold. Trying to think if we have anything in the end. I know I built like an Enderman farm, but it was like really. This goes past here. I wonder where these go. That just dead ends. Oh, okay. So this portal originally spawned up here, and then I was like, no, 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 I don't want it up here. I know I had a lot of problems with piglins and hoglins when I first came through. Um, so, oh, and I love the way this and the this whole place spawned. Yeah, you can tell I played on peaceful because no attempt to disable the silverfish spawner was made whatsoever. Um, and also, I wanted to make a farm because up here there is a cave spider spawner. So I thought that was really cool because these two are within range. So I wanted to make some kind of farm. And it would have been really cool to like do something with this where they go through the end portal or something. Because it's right above the end portal. So that would be really cool. And I think there's more spawners near here. I'm not exactly sure where they are. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more spawners. I think there's even a dungeon connected to this at some point. I'm not 100% sure on that though. The main reason I wanted to... That was weird, but okay. The main reason I wanted to check this world out is because... oh my gosh, I mined obsidian. Oh man, I didn't even mine one pillar, even the smallest pillar. I didn't even fully mine. Oh my gosh. Oh, and look at how small some of the pillars are. There's so many small pillars. I vaguely remember this, so I think what I would do is I'd go on easy mode, let the Enderman spawn, and then just kill them. Or like, look at them, have them come over to me. We're turning them down. And I didn't have sweeping edge or anything. I had looting 3, which probably helped a ton. But I didn't have sweeping edge, so it was a pain in the butt to kill them. And then I don't remember if this ever got finished. I'm glad I did that here and not over the void. I don't think this ever got up and working, if I remember right. Oh, maybe it did. But this was an Enderman farm. We'll see if it works. I'm not sure if it does or not. Actually, let's fly up there and see what's going on. Oh, I hate that glitch. Okay, it does work. But they don't really... Oh, okay, so there was supposed to be a silverfish, or a endermite in the middle. But because we logged in on peaceful, it despawned, I think. So I think it would have worked decently well. As long as these chunks aren't loaded. And we even have an end stone quarry here. Which is kind of pathetic, like a lot of things in this world, it seems. And another thing is I used to play on normal FOV, which just looks so weird to me now, and oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Nope. 90 FOV. And I'm sorry if you're watching on mobile, because I know how that is and how this is not gonna be the best for you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I did think of another thing that's over here. This takes you down to the mine shaft. Um, Up. Oh, okay. I see how that is. So this is at Y12. By the way, the reason I loaded this up in this version and then this went to Y11, I guess, because I wanted. Wow. Okay. I didn't even know this was here. Okay. I think because this is so far down, there's nothing I could really do with this, if I'm right. I think I'd have a lot of problems if I tried. But basically, yeah, I didn't even know this was here. Mined right through it. Wow, that's lucky. Oh, I remember too. One of the last things I did is I explored some caves over off in that direction, and I found so many spawners. I was very happy about it. It wasn't like a ton. It was like maybe like a half dozen or something. But oh my gosh, there's just like not even. Why did I make it so that you had to swim the rest of the way up? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Ugh. I think maybe I didn't know how to do it at the time or something. I have no idea. Over this way, nothing too special, but I started building. Oh, we have the beacon. Oh wait, yeah, I'm glad I came out this way because I have some cool stuff here. This is empty storage, but basically I was trying to make like storage for everything in the game. If we go further this way, we have a librarian who just despawned. There we go. So apparently they're visible from a distance if they're standing, but if they're sleeping, they become invisible. Um, what enchantment does this guy have? Oh, Fortune 3. Okay, that makes sense. So I was trying to get like really good villagers here. So that's actually the cheapest you can get Fortune 3 for without curing him at least. So that's really good. Um, Apparently there is a portal that leads here, but I have no idea where it is in the nether. This was supposed to be a library, but I never built it. Um, yeah. Over here, I don't know where that goes. It might go to the same place as that, but we're going to head into the beacon. So we're going to go down. And I know I have water here. So I made storage for this. This is our first speed mine area. First and only speed mine area. We have some blast furnaces. And then I realized that I wanted to be able to put away um, whenever I'd get iron or gold or copper, because it was so often that I'd get one of the three. I wanted to automatically smelt them, but I didn't want to waste any coal. So if I had like one piece or even 7 pieces, I didn't want to waste a whole coal on not 8, because coal can smelt 8 pieces. But I didn't want to waste it. I wanted it to be as efficient as possible. So what I did is I built this system, and I'm not even entirely sure how it works. I assume that you flip this lever, and then why would there have been a timer though? And this is even when I was using redstone torches for. I guess I do that now too, don't I? Because they're a little bit cheaper, but they're also more laggy because they have lighting and they have particles and stuff. So redstone blocks are actually a little bit better lag-wise, but they're a lot more expensive because you have to use 8 more pieces of redstone to make a single redstone torch. But basically, what this did is it made it so you could put the coal in, and this would allow it so you could put in items, I think into this hopper, maybe? I'm not sure. Um, but you could put items in somewhere, and it would smelt exactly 8 items at a time. So you wouldn't have any wasted space, and then you could just, or like any wasted, like, it wouldn't smelt unless you had exactly 8 items, or like a multiple of 8, and they'd end up in this chest. So it was really cool. I was really happy with it, and really like proud that I finally made this, because this is something I wanted to do for a long time, and I'm not even entirely sure how it works. At this point, I'm sure at the time I could have explained it, but I don't remember what all I did. I also don't know why I put the hopper here, or the counting system here instead of back here. I think that would have been a lot more efficient space wise, but I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna put it randomly on the outside. We have all the storage for stuff, but when I went through these, most of these are empty except for the cobblestone ones, and everything else is pretty much just empty. Well, we have a little bit of coal ore, but like all this stuff is empty. But that's because I just had made it before I... Oh, nice, nice bow. Another golden apple, empty shulker box. So if we look at our day count, we can see that we're 649 days in. And I didn't always sleep, so that does mean a little bit more than in my world now, where it's like I sleep every night, no matter what, almost. So, but still, that is a very small day count compared to what we have in our current world. And this was, I think, done within the course of about a month. So I was very ambitious at the time. I'd say I have maybe about half of much built in this world as what I do in my current world. And the stuff that I do have built is either completed, like this, or it's in progress to a decent degree, like the village. Or I just found out that something wouldn't work like I wanted it to, like this, where it was just kind of a mess. Oh, and the where I got the villagers from is from this way. It's not too far, if I remember right. Yeah, there's a village right over here, and I got them from here. Yeah, it's not terribly far, and it was right across the water, so that worked out really well. So I could just ride boats and take them back. In fact, is there a villager in this boat? No, there's not. But yeah, I'd ride boats and take the villagers from their home to their new home, which hopefully improves their quality of life by some degree. Maybe, I don't know. Some half of them are sleeping outside, so maybe not. Oh, and I don't even know where I got mending books from. I think it was from somebody in our village, like in the village that I had built. I wonder if maybe he might have reset too. I don't know. Oh, and another thing was this fishing hut. I really loved it, but the problem with it was it was so far away from the main part of the village that like the villagers just never came here. So they just like didn't count this as part of the village. So I think at one point, yeah, there's a lectern here. I think I was trying to like make it count as part of the village, which I'm not sure I ever was able to get to work. Yeah, I don't know where the librarian with mending is. Is he in here? Maybe? No? That's a default guy. I wonder if some of these guys reset. I know at one point some of my villagers had reset for like no reason at all, and I was very confused by it. I think I was very annoyed too. But yeah, the reason I wanted to load this up in or in this version instead of in 1.19 is because I didn't want to have to load the new like extended world height in. I figured that would have unnecessary performance. What's the word I'm looking for? Like sacrifices. I'm not thinking the right word, but I figured it would be unnecessary. So I was like, yeah, we'll just not. I really like the lighthouse design though. I really want to use that in my new world. Maybe some other stuff we could take ideas from. I definitely want to do these smaller technical projects, like just something like this where it calls a minecart. Um, or like a timer to make sure that items don't despawn or something like that. I think that'd be fun. Um, and maybe something like this where we build villages. And I think another problem too is I made the village a set size ahead of time, so I kind of ran out of room to build more houses in. Also, I used to play with clouds on fast, and they were on fancy this whole video, and I don't like clouds on fancy. Now I usually just play with clouds off, so, yeah. But that's about it for this episode. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more like it, you're welcome to check out one of my older videos. Or let me know in the comments if you want to see one of my even older worlds where I used to use cheats. I never use cheats in this world. I never use cheats in my new world. But I used to before this, back in like 2014 when I played. So we could check out that world maybe if I see enough responses on it. Just let me know in the comments and make sure to subscribe if you want to see future videos like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Calcium Capitalist Modem Tardum. Take care. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.